have a lot of friends that are like almost doing something really awesome. And so like if the idea is Fowler and friends, we'll get like a handful of guests on, like as many as possible, but then some of them will be like reoccurring eventually, and we'll see how they're progressing, and then hopefully this just starts getting some views and then I have more interesting people on
Get famous?
and that ain't that. Um and so
Am I supposed to look at the camera?
you could do you don't have to. I figured it would just be more like,
I don't like my side profile.
do you want me to turn the laptop away from you?
No, I want to look at myself.
Okay. Well that's good. Um yeah, so we'll see what happens. But when I like in college, I almost started a YouTube
Yeah.
channel reviewing movies, but then I backed out because I was like, oh, people are gonna see it.
Right. Yeah, no, that's the worst part.
And so that was the main reason why I didn't do that. But when I left Chapel Hill, we did this whole Instagram series where I interviewed some of my coworkers.
Yeah.
Did you ever see those? And they were just like 2 to 4 minutes long, and they were super fun and funny. But while I was doing this, I was like, man, this would be so much fun to do all the time. And it
Yeah.
kind of made me a bit more confident to just be like, you know what, screw it.
People are going to talk no matter what. So.
For sure. And also, I think I'm a fairly engaging person.
Yeah, you're happy.
um, yeah, so that's kind of the main thing. And this is actually the third pilot episode. So this is like the third time I tried to start this. The first time, the audio didn't work.
Right.
And so that was really discouraging.
Sure.
So didn't do anything
That's
for like
a bad podcast.
for like months. It was good. No, it was good. It was good. It was
Well, it can't be good if there ain't no sound.
right. Yes, there needed to be sound, but it was my friend Sandy. She works for Lucasfilms.
I don't know. It would have been a good one.
And yeah, so it also made sense for me to explain why I was doing this because I can start with that fun fact about me wanting to do a YouTube channel, and then she also works on movies, and so
Right.
there was like some sort of connective tissue there.
Facts on God.
You ready to talk about receipts? Anything?
Do you have like questions?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You ready to talk about it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
When did you start it? Because I have no idea. What is it? First of all, what's receipts?
Okay.
Anything?
It is my Instagram account that I started whenever we went to Holden Beach last.
Okay.
I started it on the car ride home because I was taking pictures of food and we were there, and I was like, I'm gonna put this on Instagram. So I made it.
That was summer 2020.
Yeah,
Probably.
COVID vibes.
Yeah, it was COVID post riot vibe.
Yeah, I remember we had that car ride with Dad, and we're all like, how do we go about this?
Yeah. Well, but luckily I wasn't in the car ride with you guys on that one, but
I think we made it pretty far
nice.
in the trip before.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so what made you want to do that though?
Make the Instagram account?
Yeah, did you have was it something you'd been sitting on for a while?
No, I think I was just bored in the car, and I had pictures, and I was like, it's really pretty. Like the photos looks nice and aesthetic, so I thought, yellow.
Is food Instagram still like a big part of Instagram? Because I feel like when
Yeah.
Instagram started, that was like one of the main things people were doing was taking pictures of their food.
Well, I think now it's more like actual recommendations, like city to city, of like places to go.
More review based.
So like if I'm going out to dinner, I'll look at people or like the Instagrams of different restaurants and be like, okay, this place looks good. I'll look at the tagged photos and be like, oh, this looks like a cool place. Like the vibe looks good, the food looks good. And I'll like look up the menu and be like, okay, this looks legit.
And so how does your Instagram contribute to that?
I just post if I like it. Like
Okay,
if I go
gotcha.
to a restaurant. And
So no bad reviews. This is positive.
no, I don't want to put out bad energy.
Okay, good. Huh. What's the best place you've been to?
That's a toughie. When I went to Miami last summer, we did a lot of really good food places.
Mhm.
We did like a cute little breakfast place that was very like green and white in the building.
Okay.
$13 coffee probably, and like
Sure.
avocados.
Sure.
That place was really cool. But the best, I don't know, like taste wise, but the best ambiance was the Versace Mansion.
Whoa.
That was dope because we got to see
Versace.
precisely. And we got sat like right next to the big waterfall. Do you know what it looks like?
So it just so happens.
Insert.
It just so happens that one of my friends from high school just posted their
Yeah.
trip to the Versace Mansion. I didn't even know that was a place you could go to,
Yeah.
let alone eat at. So.
Oh, tip for everyone listening. If you ask for a tour, they might give you one besides just like the dining room. So they might take you to like the library. I didn't do that. I found out after. But
Nice.
rumor has it.
Okay. Well, that's cool.
Yeah. No, that's mine. It's down here.
Rude. You want to throw that on Do Not Disturb, bro?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sure. So, okay, what did you order at the Versace Mansion? Like, what kind of food are they repping?
Italiano, which is obviously the goat.
Okay. I don't eat out very much, so I'm not.
I mean,
like
but you know what Italian food is.
Right, but like, I'm not. If I'm going out to eat, this might be weird, but I don't like to order pasta.
Because you can make it at home. Is that your vibe? Is that
just-
your thought?
I guess like maybe I'm just not a huge pasta guy, because like
You an Italian, bro?
I know I have Italian heritage, but like
You don't identify?
it's just dough, and that's very
It's
ignorant.
Not just dough.
I don't know. I guess I haven't been to like too many like sick Italian restaurants.
So like when we went to mom's birthday at Filio, you got a pizza.
Yes,
Right.
that was good.
It was good, I'm sure.
What's
Well-
the question?
There's no question. It's just a comment, I guess.
Yeah. So if I'm going out, I guess I just don't like pasta. Just like it just doesn't feel like a reason to go out. Like, oh, I'm just gonna get pasta. I'll get that.
Well, it's not just like the reason to go out. It tastes good. Like you're not ordering like spaghetti.
Sure, I guess, but like,
How do you know if you never do it?
but the last time I went to a place where I got pasta, I think Tay and I were at Bravo.
Okay, I'm not gonna throw shade at Bravo, but
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I didn't even want to bring it up because it's just like that's not where you go to
Yeah.
experience awesome pasta. It's like a chain.
well, I also
to, like,
think
shit
too,
on
you have to like go to Trattoria Roma in Grandview. I think go back to Filio. Filio's really good. There's a place in German Village. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
That I haven't been to, but it's new. It's called Cento.
Okay.
It looks bomb.
Okay.
Moretti's and UA.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't heard of any of these places.
Yeah, you should go because you have to change your pasta mindset, I think.
I'm not anti-pasta. Like, if someone makes me pasta,
Well,
I'll
that's
eat it.
what a restaurant does.
right? I guess if like so, let's say someone had me over and they're like, "We're having pasta for dinner," I'd be like, "Bet, gonna eat it. It's gonna be good.
Right.
I'll enjoy it." But if I'm going to a restaurant and someone's like, "Do you want Italian?" I'm probably gonna be like, "No."
No, you have to do it right.
Okay.
You'll get a bread basket with the oil.
I love that
Right.
stuff. I
Okay,
love bread
you know
and
what
oil.
I've learned, and I think it's because we never did this growing up.
Mhm.
Appetizers are awesome.
I like apps. We never did that. Sometimes
No.
I'll just order apps.
No, I know it's so fun. So anyway, back to the Versace thing.
Oh, right.
We got burrata. Do you know what burrata is?
No.
It's it's kind of mozzarella vibes.
Like it's a cheese?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you like cut into it and it like kind of like not boils over, but like comes out of the
So
cheese
somewhat liquid?
encasing. Yeah.
Okay. That sounds good.
So good.
I like cheese.
You'd love burrata. And then it comes a lot of times with like a tomato compote and
Okay.
little crostini pieces of bread. So good. The best one I had of burrata was in Miami, but not at Versace. It was at a pizza place. So good. Maybe the best thing I've ever had in my life.
What? And this was the cheese?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is on Lisa Eats Anything.
Okay, nice. So now that you're 4 years in ish,
Mm-hmm.
what have you learned about food that you didn't know originally?
I mean, I feel like I don't think I learned much about food.
What have you learned anything?
I mean, I've learned about like marketing it and how to make Instagram reels.
Oh yeah. Well, that's a skill set.
Yeah, I mean, it's what I've learned recently is it's actually easier to make a good reel than it is, I think, to make a good photo post. Because with the reel, you don't have to worry so much about like getting like the good shot. You can literally just kind of do like a 5-second thing
Mhm.
like that of the food, and then you can just clip it when you're actually editing it,
Mm-hmm.
and it looks good. And you can add music. And what I've also noticed is you can look at your analytics when you make your Instagram account like a business.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see like who it's being shown to. Like it's actually pretty close to 50-50 male versus female. Outside of the United States, my most common countries are like Nigeria.
What?
Yeah, like I mean it's like 95% United States.
Sure.
But then it's like Nigeria, like Iraq, like the craziest countries, and you're like, that's crazy. But it will show you how the amount of time that people have viewed it. So
like 5 seconds or something.
yeah, it'll say average time people view it and then total amount, like encompassing all of the people who've seen it. So it'll be like, this reel has been watched for 64 minutes total.
Gotcha.
How many times it's been shared.
That's like a lot of time if you think about how much time you think like.
Yeah, because I mean, my
watch
videos, my recent ones are 10 seconds max. And I mean, I'm watching them on repeat
Sure.
because I'm my own biggest fan.
Sure, you gotta be.
Yeah, I mean, who else?
I know. Well, I get that though. I mean, that's like once I thought about, okay, I'm really gonna do this podcast.
Yeah.
I was kind of stoked about it because I was like, no, I'll be a good host. Like the first few episodes might kind of suck as like you figure out how to, not because of you, but just like as you figure out production and
Yeah,
just how to be better at conversing with folks.
for sure.
But you have to be your own biggest fan if you're gonna put yourself out there because you gotta believe in what you're doing.
It's funny too because when I first started it, it really was like just my friends who followed it.
Sure.
Because you know, you start and it's like your 5 close friends and like an aunt, a brother, whoever. But what's cool now is like every day I get new followers and it's like completely random people.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, it doesn't have my face on it besides my profile picture. Like they're strictly following it just for the content.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of cool because it's like, there's no pressure to like have it be about me. It's just strictly about the food.
Gotcha. Yeah, I guess that is nice. So you don't have to worry about presenting yourself in any sort of way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which like I'm sure I could. And maybe more followers would like me.
Yeah.
But
I mean, do you have a goal with this now that you've been doing it for a bit?
yeah, to not have a day job.
Oh, okay. So that is the goal.
I mean, I don't know how realistic that would ever be, but like there's a girl in Columbus who does do it full time.
Mm-hmm. Day job.
Versace.
You want this to be your day job? Or like you want this to take place of day job?
That would be wonderful.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it's possible.
Yeah, I mean, people obviously do it. I think I would have to take it more seriously.
Mm-hmm.
But what sucks too is like obviously it costs money to go out to eat.
Right.
So like my investing would be me like going out to dinner, which is fine.
So if you wanted it to be full time, I guess you would have to have a big enough following maybe for restaurants to want you to come to their place.
Yeah.
So that people see you
Well, and
going
like
there. Is that what it would be?
I think a lot of it would be restaurants reaching out and like offering me food and like offering to pay for my meal.
Uh-huh.
And then like the purpose of that would be for me to post it.
Uh-huh.
Which I mean kind of happened. I got a gift card to Agave.
Have you gotten other stuff?
Yeah, I've got other stuff. I've gotten like random stuff too. Like a yoga place reached out and offered me a free class.
Oh.
I've had multiple. What sucks too though is like I'm not going to travel 20 minutes to Westerville or something for a free smoothie because there have been times where I've gotten like free stuff, but it's in like 30 minutes away and I'm thinking, well, I don't want to go all the way over there.
Sure.
But no, there's another place I've gotten free food from. They offered me a free breakfast, me and a guest. So
Oh.
that was cool. I just had to go up and I was like, "Hi, I'm Lisa Eats."
But that they were like, oh yeah.
Yeah, the owner wasn't there that day, but he had told his staff. And they're like, "Oh yeah, we'll take care of you." So
Oh, that's cool. That's a fun perk. That's with that.
Yeah.
When was the first time that happened?
man, I don't know. What was cool about the agave and rye one was that they mailed me a gift card
Gotcha.
and like sent me an email, and then I got to pick people to win a giveaway
Oh,
if they liked
nice.
it, commented on
Oh,
the
well,
post.
that's
So,
fun.
and then those winners each got like a $5 gift card. So that was kind
Oh.
of my first taste of the.
And you did that?
I did. Seems like you're really not a real fan.
I mean, I follow you.
That was last summer.
I went through my Instagram not too long ago and like unfollowed some people. You know, you got to do that every once in a while.
Yeah, but not me.
No, not you, but hopefully with the idea being that now your stuff will pop in my feed more.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that was months ago though.
Gotcha.
But yeah, hopefully I'm close to 1,000 followers, which doesn't really sound like a lot as an influencer.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm hoping once I do hit 1,000 followers, then it like will start to pick up.
Snowball a little bit.
Because another thing that I noticed is there are a lot of food Instagram accounts in Columbus, but a lot of them don't have as many followers as me.
Interesting.
Because I think people just aren't consistent with it. So I try to be like as consistent as possible.
Sure.
You might
Right.
have never heard this before, but consistency is key.
Yes. Right. Well, that's why, and Tay's going to help me with this, but that's why I want to get better at making reels
Mm-hmm.
because we'll make the Instagram for this before this comes out.
Yeah.
And then, we'll follow some people, whatever.
Yeah.
But basically the idea is, however long each podcast is, we'll just like make maybe 6 or 7 reels
Yeah. Like
of either the funny stuff or the intense stuff or whatever is gripping, and then we'll space that out.
I think I have to turn the chair. I'm really not liking the way I'm looking at this.
Okay.
moment.
Yeah, you do what you gotta do.
ATM.
You do what you gotta do.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, and that looks better on camera too.
Well, there we go. And so, in addition to doing the
Sorry.
reels,
Should I do that? Do you have to wash this or something?
no, that's fine.
Okay.
We'll watch all the stuff before we list it. But yeah, so ideally I'll do this every 2 weeks, and so I would like to post at the very latest a week after,
Mm-hmm.
or within the same week, and then have the filming take place every 2 weeks. So
Yeah.
have it just be bi-weekly because I've got so much stuff going on. I feel like any more than bi-weekly is just going to be too much.
Oh yeah, you don't want to
Just between-
commit to something that you can't keep up with.
Right. Yeah. And I want it to be fun too. So
Yeah. You don't want it to be a chore.
right. And so, I don't mind doing any sort of like editing or whatever, but luckily I've got some friends who are good with that sort of.
And I'd love to edit if you need help.
Well, that's great. That's awesome. I appreciate that. Do you remember my friend Chuck from OU? Well, I was talking with him the other day, and he was like sending me some tips, and then my buddy Mitch does video editing and production.
Oh my
for his
God.
job,
The
so-
guy I met at Tootsie's in Nashville does it too.
So I've got.
Send him your
No, that's okay. I've got some friends that can help out, but yeah, you want it to be fun. I mean,
Yeah, for
do you
sure.
have fun?
Yeah, I love it. I mean, it's funny because like all my friends know too
Mm-hmm.
that I'm gonna do it when we go out to eat and stuff. And
So they're kind of stoked.
oh yeah, for sure. And Aubrey is like a clown, and she was telling people last week that I make money from it. I'm like, I don't. So don't spread that because that's false.
Yeah.
But it's funny because they're all supportive and like to go, and it's cool because I do have people text me for recommendations. Like Tay texted me for her birthday.
Oh, okay.
No, you guys went to Texas Roadhouse instead, but
Yes, you're right. Yes, she did.
Oh, you wanted- yeah,
Yeah,
whatever.
we went to Texas Roadhouse then.
Yeah. And then like my other friend Devin texted me. She was like, "Where can I go, Columbus? This is the vibe I'm looking for."
Yeah, well, I'm just so not in with the food scene.
Yeah,
place.
I mean your turkey burgers suck.
When like if I hang out with, like Alex or like whenever we do like some of those
Yeah.
like group hangouts, they'll all be talking about like, oh yeah, there's this new joint that opened up, or oh there's a spot over here. I'm like, well, how do you even know when restaurants are coming out?
Well, I also have learned too. I think that I forget that Columbus is like actually a really big city, and
Yeah,
like
relatively. Yeah,
because I'm such a Chipotle girl,
sure.
and I was and will always be.
Hmm.
But especially like in the past year when I've kind of taken it a little more seriously, I'm like, there are so many cool places. Like
Yeah.
if you go into the short north or downtown, you're like, oh my God, that looks cool. That looks cool. And Columbus is like continuing to grow. So there's new rooftop bars and restaurants
Mm,
that are very like vibey,
sure.
which is fun because like at least for me and my friends, like that's an event for us to do and to
Oh,
go and
definitely.
get a cute $13 drink,
Yeah.
which is crazy, but it's like for the experience and the vibes.
Yeah, I get it. Well, and now that like I'm a dad and I'm not doing as much, I mean, I didn't like go out that much anyways, but now that like we have even less time to go do that sort of thing, this is also kind of why I wanted to talk is because when we do go out, I want to make sure it counts. So like even if it
And
is
not
like,
just going to Bravo.
right,
Yeah.
right. And so even though like it might be like slightly more expensive, it's like I feel like
It's worth it.
it's worth it, and I feel like it makes you more connected with the city. Like even
Oh my God, yeah.
like when I was doing Air Butler stuff, I was driving around, and even when I was a park ranger, like when I was driving around a lot, I actually just enjoyed going to
Seeing-
different spots in Columbus. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, this is where this is, and that's where that is. You kind of get like more of a,
Yeah.
like some city pride a little bit. I'm like, oh,
Well, and it's
Let's go.
interesting too, because like I obviously live in like a really cute area where we can walk to like cool places. Obviously, I wouldn't live in an Uggo place. But like we can walk to Saucy Brew Works, which is it's coffee. Like there's a coffee shop and then it's a brewery.
Mhm.
And then we can obviously walk to Zeno's.
Sure.
Okay, so last night we were at Zeno's.
Yep, go for it.
And this old man fell and hit his head and was bleeding all over the
Oh,
place.
jeez. Oh,
And
boy.
the bartenders were running. All my friends were running out. And they they had to call the squad. It was really sad.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, but he was okay. But there's like a step and he fell and busted his head. He was there for like his nephew's bachelor party.
Oh.
But he
jeez.
wasn't even like
Can't hang.
drunk. No, he just missed his steps.
Dang. Well, it's good he wasn't drinking.
Well,
Poor guy.
we took a shot for him.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, I said Zeno's and I got transported back.
No, that's okay. That's
Oh.
okay. Does Zeno's have food?
Yeah,
Oh, have you posted any of their stuff?
Jake, we went there.
Oh, we did go there. I ate there.
Yeah.
That's right.
My favorite thing from Zeno's is their quesadilla. Their mac bites are really, really good.
Oh, so it's like some good bar food.
Great bar food. Yeah, good times. Good times, good food at
Ooh,
Zeno's.
would you ever go to Athens and do receipts anything? Where would you go?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, have you? And if you haven't, where would you go?
Yes, I have. I most recently went to Athens like a month or two ago, and we went to North End, which is new and wasn't there when we were there.
Mm-hmm.
It's where that old jewelry shop at the Purple Capitol
Yeah,
was.
yeah. Uh-huh.
And not great.
Oh, okay.
Very cheap. Got the job done.
What did you get?
It's like Mexican.
Dad and I went there.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I got birria tacos, not very birria.
I had a birria quesadilla yesterday at 101 Beer Kitchen in Westerville.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I have to go look and see if I've posted
Posted what?
in Athens. Oh, who tagged me? I just got tagged in a post. Spam. We're looking for ambassadors. I don't think I have anything in Athens recently.
Where
But-
would you go?
Bagel Street,
Oh, obviously.
Casa.
Duh.
Um,
Would you go to USD? Like
I go to
Diner Action?
USD. Courtside.
Sure.
That would be a great one.
Yeah.
Um,
What about Big Mama's?
yeah, I mean, I do Big Mama's, but Big Mama's isn't like Athens anymore.
Right. I mean, Bagel Street had a food truck at the new Jackie O's.
Yes, which if you saw my reel
Oh, maybe.
last week, went to Jackie O's for a single drink on Sunday because it was too beautiful to not have a drink.
That new Jackie O's is sick.
It's so cool.
Sick. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
It's not Athens vibes, but it's so big.
It's so big. The
And
rooftop.
the rooftop is awesome.
amazing.
I mean, it's got all the beers that you love from Jackie O's. So
I get the Ricky.
okay,
case you're curious.
I'm a Mystic Mama guy.
It's just a light beer. But it's cool because when you walk in, it's probably 70% OU people,
For sure.
and then it's just like the other stragglers. But it's cool because you could go up to, out of 10 people, you could go up to like half of them, and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, I graduated this year.
Yeah.
Oh, I graduated, whatever."
Yeah, I've only been the one time. Alex and I were going to get a workout in. The athletic club was closed. And so we just went to Jackie O's instead. And I think we had like 2 or 3 drinks, but it's so big and like the vibe, it's such a cool vibe.
Oh my.
And the TVs are huge.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
I could stay forever.
I could stay here all day
Yeah.
and not get bored because there's so many different rooms.
Well, what's
The fireplaces are really nice, the outdoor fireplaces.
I mean, it's so nice, and they have all the Athens art.
Right.
That I don't know what it's
They have
called,
Athens bricks too.
but it's like there's an art studio in Athens that caters to people with special needs, and they like do all the art, and so they have a bunch of that art up,
Oh, that's great.
which is really cool.
Uh-huh.
But what sucks about Jackie O's is they close at midnight.
That does kind of suck.
So then I'm like,
What time
okay,
does Jackie O's in Athens close?
probably 2.
Probably.
I don't know. I haven't. I only go to Jackie O's.
I know. I can't talk about Athens or OU for too long.
No, I know.
Before I'm just like,
I gotta go.
I need to be there.
It's so funny. I was talking to somebody recently about how if you went to OU, it either wasn't for you and you transferred,
Mhm.
or you stayed and it's like half of your personality.
I know. For sure.
Because it's like different than like if you went to Ohio State, it's like, oh, cool, nice. But if you went to OU and somebody else went to OU, it's immediately like, oh my gosh, that's so amazing. What's your favorite bar? Where did you live?
Sure.
Like,
sure.
It's not 4 years, it's for life.
It is for life.
Facts on God.
I was talking about it was one of the nice days we had in February where it was like 3 or 4 nice days.
Oh, that's an Athens holiday.
Yeah, well and so like I walked out and it was like almost 70 degrees and I smelled like this early spring air.
You're like,
and I was just like,
I need a Miller
I know
Lite.
I started itching. I was
Yeah, dude.
and I don't even like party really anymore. And
Yeah.
stuff, but all of a sudden I was just like, wow, I just want to drop everything and like start day drinking.
No, literally last week on Sunday, this is how my Sunday went. So Kyle stayed with me so every first of the month, Kyle and I go out
Mhm.
to celebrate
A new one.
life. Actually, and that was Friday, so we just went out on Saturday.
Wait, do you really?
Yeah, we've been doing it since October.
So the first of the month you guys go out
Yep.
and just celebrate life.
Yep.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
I love that.
But we woke up on Sunday and I have a little charcoal grill.
Right.
We just sat out on my balcony and didn't roast any food. We just
like
had a fire. And then he went home and we napped. He took the doors off his Jeep, picked me up. We were going to go to Aldi to get hot dogs to put on said charcoal grill.
Uh-huh.
And then he took me to Jackie O's
Oh,
because it
nice.
was too dang nice
Yeah,
to not.
sure.
And then we roasted the dogs, but
Nice. So you did come full circle
we
and
did.
get the hot dogs
Yep.
roasted. Nice. So has your cooking improved at all since you've done your receipts? Anything?
Yeah, I think not necessarily because of Lisa Eats, because I don't post the food that I make as often.
Right. I just mean like maybe since you've been going out more, you just want better tasting food at home.
Yeah,
So you've upped your game.
maybe a little bit. Wow, I'm so hungry. All I've had today was 4 clementines and a yogurt.
Oh, what's up with that?
Well, I guess I didn't really think about lunch because I had that at 11.
What time do you wake up?
I don't know, like 8 or 9. The time changes throwing me off.
Yeah, we gotta cut that out. I feel like it just. Every year I keep thinking it's the last time change.
They
Does
keep
it-
saying it.
So what I heard, and this could just be totally incorrect, but it was voted on and passed and moved up to the next level and voted on and passed, and then they have another level. Who they is and who voted, I don't actually
I
know.
don't trust them.
So just like the hugest grain of salt is what you need to take that
Facts.
with. But I just feel like they need to. We've leapt forward. It will now be longer in the evenings.
Facts.
Sun's up longer.
Yeah.
Just keep it that way.
Yeah.
I don't care about it being dark in the morning.
Right.
I was saying this in class the other day, but someone was like, "Oh, but like, what about kids at the school buses in the morning?" I was like, it's already dark. It's 6 in the morning. It's already dark.
Yeah.
It's already dark.
Yeah.
Who cares? Wear a
They're
headlamp.
fine.
Yeah. I would much rather have it be lighter in the day for longer.
I mean, if people are gonna kidnap, they're gonna kidnap, and either if it's dark out or it's light out. Like Amber Alerts go out day and night.
Yes, that's true.
Hot
Yeah, you're gonna stand by that.
No.
Yeah, take it back. What's the next spot you're gonna check out? Do you know?
I don't. I had okay, actually, so yesterday I had Bruegger's, which was good.
Okay.
I guess you don't want to see it. It's not good for the cam.
What?
I need to like put my pictures up as I'm talking.
I know, we'll get that. I thought about situating us in front of the TV and then casting
Yeah.
onto the TV, but I
It's a
didn't
lot of
know
work.
that was a lot of work, and I was installing locks this morning, so we'll get there.
So I had Bruegger's yesterday, and I get their Western sandwich on Asiago. So that's the Asiago bagel, bell peppers, onions, cheese, egg, bacon, and like a chipotle aioli. So good.
Yeah.
And then we went to yoga, and then after yoga we got salads. Got chopped 5.
Mm-hmm.
I have mixed feelings about it because it was good, but why am I paying $13 for a salad
No clue.
when I'm not being served? Like, I go up to the register and you hand it to me.
I mean, that's like Panera prices. Like Panera was like ungodly expensive for salads as well.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's fine. Just keep going.
Soup's annoying. Wow, that's just like a full vet right there.
Yeah.
Is that your basement?
Yeah.
You gotta put like a guardrail on that or something. What if the baby is down?
Baby won't be down here.
Well, she could.
I mean, that it's already.
I know.
Clever.
That's crazy.
That's how else's work.
I guess so. I need Adderall.
I think you were talking about your bullshit
Oh, the
salad.
salad. It was good. And what I did like about this place is you order and they put all the ingredients in a bowl. And then they put the dressing in and they mix it up. And then they dump it on like a cutting board. And they take this big long knife thing that's,
Like a pizza cutter.
yeah, like a pizza cutters. And chop it up really finely.
Hence the name.
And you know that it's salad that's chopped into smaller pieces tastes better.
Oh,
you know,
it does?
you know what I hate?
Oh wait, I might agree with you if I think I know what this is going.
I hate a wedge salad when they put it on a freaking thing of what? That's not a salad. Sorry, that's ingredient stats.
Yo, I just said that yesterday because we were at 101 Beer Kitchen, and that's when I got the Brio, Birria quesadilla. And one of my coworkers got the salad, and it was on a wedge. And so I told a story about how the first time I had one,
You're like, they didn't finish my meal. They
I was
forgot
like,
to
am I
finish
supposed to eat this like a taco?
it. No, literally. You know who did that? You know who had that?
Who?
Alex at his wedding.
Well, that was the first time. That's what I'm referring to.
Well, I mean, it was good.
Oh, it's delicious.
But it's like, literally, go buy a thing of lettuce and put it on a plate and then just do that.
Yeah.
No, chop it. The finer the salad pieces, the better.
So what about iceberg lettuce?
I don't dabble in iceberg lettuce.
Oh, okay. Is it different than regular lettuce?
I prefer romaine.
How many lettuces are there?
Trillions. I don't know.
Oh, okay. I don't know either. So
I don't know how many.
So iceberg lettuce is not romaine.
No, it's iceberg lettuce.
Okay.
I think because it's a lighter color.
I mean, I guess I knew that because I knew iceberg lettuce was just like mostly water.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of lettuce is like mostly water, which is why people add in like spinach and arugula.
Yeah, I go spinach all day.
Yeah. It's a little rubbery, my liking.
It's a little bitter.
I'll put it in a smoothie.
Oh, well, that's like basically exclusively what I use.
I can't wait for summer. I cannot wait for a summer smoothie.
What are you gonna get?
Like I would just make it at home. I'll do strawberries, banana, ice.
You can do that now.
No, I can't. But I won't. Probably.
You just want to wait for the sheet.
You know, here's what I know. Smoothies take a lot of ingredients, like quantity wise.
Okay.
You gotta put a lot of strawberries in there.
Okay.
Because, you know, like,
Yeah. I understand.
So that's just extra costs. Gotta eat them individual. So I don't have to go through as many strawberries.
I get that because I stopped using strawberries in my smoothie, but when I was making, because I would have a smoothie every day, my Jake Shake, and I would put strawberries in it, but I would go through them so fast. Whereas like bananas, I would use one banana.
And that flavor is overpowering.
It's very strong. So like
Bananas have a god complex.
you only need one banana, and then especially if it's getting sweeter. So like
Right.
I basically like buy my bananas green. I don't even, and I'll still peel them. I mean, you can't peel them if they're green because it's like hard to peel. But I prefer a slight green tinge, even if I'm just eating it regular.
I don't love a banana. The texture kind of freaks me out, but it's good in a smoothie. But, yeah, I don't know. I've used strawberries for my smoothies, or frozen strawberries.
No,
I don't think so.
it just tastes different.
It's harder to blend,
Okay,
obviously.
sure.
And if you don't want that to be frozen when you put them in the blender, you have to think about it ahead of time to put them out, or you can like run them under warm water. It's just, and then the texture is weird, and it doesn't matter because you're blending it up, but like, that's just not what I stand for.
There was a clean juice by the Westerville Orange Theory
Yeah.
that closed, and now they have like it's called Pure Green,
Okay.
but apparently it's just like the same exact thing as clean juice.
I don't know what
Six.
clean juice is.
It was like they had pre-packaged like juice bottles.
Do that again?
Pre-packaged juice bottles, and they've like got acai bowls.
I've never had an acai bowl. Is that just a smoothie in a bowl?
I don't really. I mean, I've only had two.
Ow!
And the first one I had was in Sedona, and I was told it was the best acai place ever, and it was pretty solid. I had nothing else to compare it to, but I enjoyed it.
We're getting a sweet carrot. No, not sweet carrot. We got sweet carrot. We're getting a not in here one.
What are you talking about?
We're getting this restaurant that's really big on the West Coast. Sweet Green. We're getting a Sweet Green, which is
Okay.
it's very LA influencer vibes.
Oh, why?
LA. Yeah, I was there for 3 days one time. 2 days.
Did you wait with receipts anything? Did you get anything on the gram there?
I did get stuff on the gram. It's pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah. That is fun about traveling is like getting to try new places and then
I
like
think that's why some people travel.
yeah.
Is like food is a big draw for travel in general.
Yeah, well when I went to like Paris, that was really cool to have a crepe in Paris because that's like
Sure.
a big thing that people associate with Paris.
Sure.
Their pastries have some really good food in Paris. Surprisingly, okay, when I was in London, had the worst of the worst
Worst of the worst what?
food,
Oh, really?
but also the best of the best.
Oh, high highs and low lows. Okay, what was bad in London?
So when we first got to London, we're like, we just need to walk and get some food. And we went to this little cafe and we're like, It's fine. And everybody always says that the food in England is garb.
Hmm.
Um,
Oh, for real?
oh yeah.
Huh.
I mean, they got some crazy stuff. So I ordered like a thing of avocado toast that was supposed to be like Southwesty, like kind of Mexican-y vibes, I think.
Oh, in London.
Yeah.
Okay.
They had, it was supposed to be like bacon, salsa, and avocado on toast.
Uh-huh.
And the salsa was just like cherry tomatoes cut in half,
Gotcha.
placed on, and the bacon looked like it was still like winking. It was not right. My friend got a rotisserie chicken. I don't know why she decided that that's because this is another place that we were eating.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why she thought rotisserie chicken at the bar was a good idea. It was gray.
Oh.
Not
Not pub
not
food.
great. But then we went to, I don't know, it was probably just less like local and more touristy places. The touristy places were good. I had a really good gyro, good pasta, an Aperol spritz with every meal. My
Oh,
craziest,
what?
an Aperol spritz.
What's that?
It's a little drink. You have to have one at every meal if you're abroad.
What is it?
Aperol.
What is that? I don't know what that means.
It's red liquid.
Okay, let's just look this up.
Yeah, I mean it's literally just called Aperol.
How do you spell it?
Aperol.
Spritz. Oh, there it
Yes.
is. Images. Oh, there it is. It's a liqueur.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's alcohol.
Oh yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's London, baby.
Okay. Well, I didn't know. All
I
right.
guess not
So you had an Aperol spritz with what?
every meal.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It was like the staple of the trip. But I mean, that's just how it goes. I don't think anything is cooler than being in Paris though. And there's just little cute restaurants on every corner.
Mhm.
So much outdoor seating.
Nice.
It all just looks like it's from a movie.
Sure.
Like there was one day we just walked around and we were sitting there and I was like, this is insane.
Yeah. Yeah, I really want to go across the drink to Europe. I think that would be so awesome.
Across the what?
The drink,
Do they say that?
that's just a thing.
I think it's across the pond.
But yeah, across the pond is a thing, but the drink is another name for like a body of water.
I've never heard that.
Yeah, dude.
Anyway, I've been there and you haven't, so I'm
Yeah, okay. Well, so you mentioned your shit food in London. What was the good stuff? You said you had high highs and low lows. What was the high highs?
I mean the pasta was really, really good where we went to an Italian restaurant.
Uh-huh.
Let me see.
Back on this pasta.
Yeah, back on the pasta. Where is all that food in?
Oh yeah, let's see a photo. I'll put whenever this shit goes up, I'll put your
Okay,
Instagram link.
that was in Paris.
Uh-huh.
And then,
So that is spaghetti, right? You
Paris.
literally got spaghetti.
no, it's not spaghetti. It looks like spaghetti. It's a different type of noodle and a different type of sauce.
Mm-hmm.
That was Paris. And then the lady yelled at me and she said, in her French accent, are you going to get anything or just take pictures?
Boom,
I
roasted.
said,
What did you say?
one quiche, please. That was London. I don't remember what kind of meat that was, but really good. Perry, good gyro.
What is that?
That's mozzarella.
On what?
Tomatoes.
Okay. That's just ingredients stacked.
Yes. Okay. Steak in Paris.
I mean, I would
Fish in Paris.
mess up a steak. Do you like fish? I didn't know you like fish.
Oh, no, that wasn't mine.
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
Tried an almond, still don't like almonds. Tried an olive, still don't like olives.
I don't like olives. I do like almonds.
Yeah.
Especially like those Southwest flavored almonds. Get out of here. It's great.
But yeah, I mean, that steak was really good.
Well, swag.
Yeah, I mean, ooh, Bozzy, great date night spot.
Is
It's
that in
it's in Columbus.
Columbus?
It's
Okay.
close to me. That's what I ordered.
some scallops?
No,
What is that?
the baked ricotta gnocchi.
Gnocchi.
Yes.
Shows what I know.
That's what Maggie got, which was the rigatoni salumeria. And then
Oh, there's your wedge salad.
hate it. And fish, but still ate it. It was good. But yeah, all the recommendations come to me. Here's my Jackie. It's real. It's pretty cute. It's better with sound, but copyright.
That's so true.
Yeah.
So I haven't been to Europe, but been to Mexico,
See.
been to Costa Rica.
See.
Probably the best food I had was in Costa Rica because when we were there, what? Go.
No, you go.
Okay. Probably some of the best food we were there when we were there was cooked by some of the local families. Because when we went on that trip, we stayed at this one family's house for like a night or two. The second night was later in the trip, but we were there for 11 days. And the family that led us through the jungle, they had houses along the way. And basically this mom and dad had like 12 kids. It might have been more than 12 kids, but
Wow.
it was at least a dozen. And they all had houses along the jungle. And you would walk from house to house. And like one of the nights we had to camp
Yeah.
in the jungle before we got to the
That's
next
so
house.
cool.
But they would make us local food every time. And they had like, one of the places had fruit trees and like a couple other things. But, you know, they would just make this bulk meal that was so good. They had
I'm
chicken-
so hungry.
They had chickens, you know, on the property. And they had sugar cane. Like we got to crunch sugar cane to get the good liquid sugar out of it.
Yeah.
That was probably some of the best food I'd had. And there was, I don't remember the name of any of the meals because it was all home cooked, but I was like, this is
One of the
the
best.
good eats.
This is a core memory when we were in Cancun
Mhm.
and we went to a restaurant like in the building over from ours.
Mhm.
And I think it was I guess we must have been celebrating my birthday because we went at the beginning of May to Cancun.
So it was a late celebration.
A late celebration and
Yeah.
I got a burrito. Best burrito I've ever had. But I
okay.
wish I appreciated food more when we went to Yalapa.
Yeah,
because
that
that
was some good
was-
food.
I'm sure amazing. And
Yeah, so I do remember because I tasted it a second time when I threw it up because I was seasick.
was it good?
Yeah, oh yeah, but better the first time. But
For sure.
but it was like corn tortilla soup with like sour cream and stuff, and they made
Oh.
like all the tortillas and stuff there.
Yeah.
I mean, that was super bomb. I remember
Yeah.
thinking I wasn't gonna like it, and then I was like, no, this is awesome.
I really want to go to Italy, which maybe that wouldn't be for you, so you don't want pasta.
It's not that I don't want pasta.
No,
it's-
you've kind of said that. You said when I go to a restaurant, I
That's
don't want
true.
pasta.
Okay, that's true. That's true. I guess I haven't been to a restaurant and ordered pasta where I was like, now this is why I gotta come back. You know, you go to a restaurant, you get a good steak, you're like, bomb.
Yeah. Oh wait, let me show you that burrata from Miami.
Like, what's a burrata?
It's the cheese.
Oh, right.
So that was the meal that I was talking about in Miami. That was like green and white.
Okay.
Wait,
Fake of you if you don't show me this burrata.
did I not post it?
Burrata's fake.
God, I freak out. But yeah, I really want to go to Italy because I love me some pasta and I really need it.
I mean, I want to go to Italy just because it's a beautiful spot
Facts.
and of our familial heritage.
Correct.
And I want to see some sweet vineyards. And
Facts.
I mean, it's kind of its own thing, but I want to go to Rome and the Vatican.
Yeah.
Really badly.
Yeah, I
Like-
really want to go.
Like that
Me and Maria have been talking about going this summer.
would be so cool.
I think that my problem would be that I would want to actually actively move there.
I mean, I get it. I mean, it's just so full of history.
Oh, I
And
know.
there's
I just taught about the Renaissance this past student at school.
So do you feel like you know stuff? Switching gears, like as a
Yeah.
teacher, you teach a why? Because you're fifth grade, right?
Yeah.
You teach it. I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
I'm setting the scene for.
Yeah, no, this is my 4th year teaching at that grade.
So
Only taught one other grade.
yeah, whatever. Regardless, do you feel like you know a lot about all the topics you teach now that you're kind of deeper in?
I mean, sometimes I do, but this is a new curriculum, so sometimes I don't. Like obviously I knew about the Renaissance,
Mm-hmm.
but like you have to like kind of reteach yourself.
Sure.
But it is cool because like we talked about during the Renaissance about like the Notre Dame and all the art. And it was cool to see them because we talked about Mikey, Leo, Donnie.
Oh, the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, Raphael.
Sure.
So we're talking about Michelangelo and Leonardo. They're like, aren't these the Ninja Turtles? And I was like,
Yes, Master Splinter named them after his favorite Renaissance
so
artists.
that's pretty cool. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and then I got to show them like the Mona Lisa because I saw that when I was in Paris.
Oh,
so I was
okay,
like,
cool.
this is it.
Nice.
There she is. And they're like, you kind of look like her.
Do you? I mean,
And I was
maybe a
like-
little bit. I don't know.
The long dark hair.
I guess.
My hair doesn't even look that dark in the camera today though.
Yeah, it's definitely looking more brown than
At the
I guess it
top,
looks-
the color of my hair on the end is so much lighter than at the top, which makes sense. It lightens up
My hair,
the
used to be,
sun.
my hair used to be white.
Yeah, you had like little blonde hair.
I gotta get my hair cut this week.
It's out of control.
What? I think it looks great, but I'm in the minority. already.
Happy life, Jake.
Well, obviously, I mean, but I think since I got rid of the beard,
What happens to that?
I think since I got rid of the beard, that was the main.
Oh,
That was the
fully
main
locked
thing.
out.
That's all right.
You're so handsome.
Well, I appreciate that.
Just tighten it up.
So I actually, with regards to you being a teacher, I have a question for you from the audience.
Who's the audience?
Let Sean, let me find it, because he knew you were gonna be on here.
Do you have snacks?
Yes, I can get you a snack a little bit.
Okay.
Dad's gonna be here in like 13 minutes.
Is he bringing me snacks?
So we're gonna wrap this up here in a second. I don't think so. Okay, so there was a teacher who went viral on TikTok when he stated that his 12 to 13-year-old students do not know their shapes. It's horrifying, but it does not surprise me. And this is someone else commenting saying that at this 15 to 18-year-old age range, he has students who can't do the following: read at their grade level, some of them only reading at a third, fourth grade level, writing complete sentences, spell simple words, yada, yada. Just like a bunch of stuff that they should be able to do.
Yeah.
How does that like scare you at all? Like, I do you feel the pressure of educating the youth?
I kind of do, but also so much of it goes back to like the parents. Because if the parents aren't putting value on their education and they're not making it a priority, then there's only so much that I can do.
Sure.
So obviously I'll do whatever I can at school, but it's unrealistic to think that if a kid comes into my class in 5th grade reading at a 1st grade level, unless there's a whole bunch of stuff going on behind the scenes, like I can only do so much.
Right.
And I can send home resources and do intervention and do whatever.
Uh-huh.
But I still have 70 kids that I have to teach every day.
Sure.
And like I have to help everybody. I can't just have it be a one-on-one thing with the kid who
For sure.
needs all the help. So
how is it? Who determines if like kids pass or not? Because you know, if they're not, you know, if some of these kids are going into high school, not your kids, I just mean in general.
Yeah.
Kids are going into high school not knowing how to write complete sentences or read, or 12 to 13-year-olds don't know their shapes. Like,
I mean, it's not just
In
like a
general.
teacher decision. There has to be admin, parent support.
sure.
Like there could be a kid in my class who, if I wanted to hold them back, there would have to be a whole like thing about it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So is that like a standard set by the state?
I mean, we
or-
have standards that we have to teach too, but I think it's less common to hold kids back at this point compared to like kindergarten. Like at the earlier
Gotcha.
people who get held back, like it happens more frequently than kids who make it all the way up to 5th or middle school.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I think I knew a kid who got held back when we went to middle school, like stayed in 5th grade. I mean, that was, but that later, but that was 2006.
Yeah.
Finished fifth grade.
Hmm.
So I don't know if like things are different. And then we also had COVID, so like
Yeah, no, COVID jacked
that
up a
really
lot.
screwed everything up.
Yeah, I mean, it really, you can tell a lot about like which people have the time to put into their kids' schooling
Hmm.
versus those who don't. Everybody has their own things that they're going through. So it's hard because you want to be like frustrated with the parents.
Sure.
Like, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? But it's like, oh, well, because they work night shift and they don't see their kid during the day.
Yeah, it's just the reality of circumstance.
Yeah. Or like they have 4 other siblings and they have this, or they have sports, or they have
Mhm.
whatever. So like it's also hard because like they're at that age where like, yes, they need to be responsible because they've been in school
Mhm.
for 6 years
Mhm.
or more if they went to preschool. So
Mhm.
they should know the responsibility of like you. It's not your parents' job to make sure you're bringing your homework in your backpack because you have to teach responsibility.
Right.
But then it's like ugh, they're 10 and 11. So
Sure.
it's like,
And so it's like, shouldn't the parent be like, "Where's your homework?"
yeah.
Yeah.
Like I have a kid who mom is great, mom is involved, but just doesn't turn like the work in.
Hmm.
And it's like, I don't like I can't give you like pity points.
Sure.
So you have a 40% because you just don't turn your work in.
Right.
And I every week I try to like pull kids who have like a really low grade, but this is where you're at. This is why you have to do this
Hmm.
to get your grade up.
Hmm.
And then, I mean, probably kind of like you, just don't care.
Just don't care, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So I totally get it from the kid perspective. It's
Yeah,
like,
I
oh,
do too.
I'm also not going to tell my parents, or
Well, that's the funny thing is, and the annoying thing is that we have so much ability to communicate with families now because we have all the technology and stuff,
sure, and have for a while.
which is so annoying. During that tornado, I had a parent message me, whenever that was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
The mom messaged me at like 5 a.m.
Oh wow.
I was like, girly pop. No, I'm asleep. I wasn't, but I should have been.
Right. Hmm. So, but you said something that I thought was interesting. So it's obvious which kids have parents who like make school a priority,
Mm-hmm.
and they tend to do better.
Yeah, for sure. Like a lot of the times, the kids whose families sign up for conferences are the kids who are
Who probably don't need
who
the
don't need the conference,
Right.
and you're like trying to get a hold of the people who maybe do need to come in.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, obviously, it's a good thing that anybody comes in at all.
Oh, for sure.
Like when I did my student teaching, we had I think 2 families come for conferences.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's it.
and that was 3rd grade. And like, I don't know if you remember this, but like once you got to middle school and then especially high school, like parents just sign up less because it's like
Sure.
they know their kid,
Right.
or you only sign up for this teacher or whatever.
I don't even remember conferences in middle school, high school.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I
They-
remember them in elementary school though, and we did them like
Yeah,
I don't know how often, but I remember them each year.
yeah. I mean, I don't know if mom and dad went to them in middle school and high school, but all that saying, in 5th grade, it's good that parents still come in, even though their kids have been doing this for a while. They still
Sure.
come in and chat, which I'm like, ugh, I wanted a chill day.
You know, at Greensview where, and I don't know if the playground's still the same, but they had that thing that you could like hold on to and slide across.
Yeah,
Like a pole or whatever.
yeah, the brown thing.
Yeah, the brown thing.
Yeah.
I remember I was standing on top of that,
Oh my god, yeah.
like a balance beam,
Yeah.
and I fell off of it
Right.
and got covered in mulch
Yeah.
right before the conference in
yeah.
5th grade. And mom was so mad. Maybe not so mad, but it's my perspective as a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
Like,
Whoopsies.
I didn't even think about it. And then when I went in, the teacher at the time was like,
Do you have Miss Ford?
I had Ayers Ford combo. Because when we did that little
right.
like switch.
Air. She
And,
wasn't there when I was in 5th
No,
grade.
she only did that 1 year there, I think.
Yeah.
And
You scared her off.
yeah, we had a bad
Shout
class.
out.
We had a really bad class. But she was like, "Oh my gosh, you're filthy," and was like wiping mulch off of me.
Airs was or mom?
Ayers was like when we walked in. I think I got a bad handwriting comment.
Dude,
doesn't exist.
it's so real.
It's terrible.
It's funny now. Like there's 2 boys in my class. It's a class joke that we all get on them for it. We were learning about root words and stuff, and we were talking about how you can add letters to the beginning to change the meaning of a word.
Like a prefix.
Yeah. So we were talking about the word legible and then illegible.
Illegible.
And I'm like, you guys know these two.
That word ill. That's what I would have said if I was them.
Yeah. But it's funny because June was born during my conferences.
Oh.
So I
didn't know that.
was out. I guess you had bigger things going on that day.
I didn't know what you were doing.
Well, I had my phone like on my lap or something, and you texted like it's go time, and then I felt my phone buzz again. I was like, "What's up?" I'm like, I don't really care about your kid.
You know what?
right now.
I remember you saying something at the hospital.
Yeah.
About that.
Yeah, no, I was in the middle of conferences,
Yeah.
so then I left.
Yeah, for sure. You gotta go meet your niece.
Yeah, I had to go get my girl.
90 weeks, just 2 days ago.
Yeah,
So adorable.
I miss her.
Best thing ever.
She is.
Yeah.
She's so smart.
Yeah. Where can people find you on Lisa Eats Anything? Is that what it's called? Is that just
Lisa Eats _anything on Instagram, and TikTok, but I have never posted TikTok.
Oh, you have a TikTok?
I do,
Oh, okay.
but it's private, so don't follow that. Just follow Lisa Eats Anything on Instagram.
Cool.
That's my debate. I'm like, I want to make a TikTok for Lisa Eats, but I don't want my kids to find it. My
Students.
school kids, they find Lisa Eats, but not as often because they just type in Lisa Fowler and it doesn't come up. But there's one time last year, I think it was 2 years ago, a girl found my Instagram and she commented, "My teacher always be eating." There's another time this year, I was walking in the hallway. This kid, I had no idea who they were. Just in passing. He goes, or she, I didn't remember who it was. Whoever it was goes, "Hey, Lisa Eats." Or, "Hey, Lisa Eats Anything." And I was like,
Disrespect.
okay. That's their favorite.
That's too funny. So they know you do it though?
Yeah, some of them.
Hmm.
Some of them do.
Cool.
I have a girl from last year, a couple of girls who like to DM me. And I'm like, you're just not getting a response. You're not getting a follow. You're not
Right.
getting allowed to follow me.
Mm-hmm.
You're actually getting blocked. But yeah, it's cute.
Yeah, that's endearing.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, I think Dad's going to be here in like 2 minutes, so
Slay.
let's go ahead and call it a wrap. Thank you so much for coming in. Give her a follow. Next episode come out in 2 weeks, hopefully. Thanks for tuning in to episode 1. Peace!